This is what summer vegetables look like when they are exposed to cold weather, temperatures in the 30s for 2 nights. Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Moses, and this is Urban Backyard Container Gardening. If this is your first time here, thank you for visiting. I appreciate you. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming by. I appreciate your support as well as your feedback. You guys keep the channel going. So, as you can see, we're here at this bed that had my burgundy okra and a squash plant in it. And we recently, today is the first day actually, where temperatures are supposed to be back up in their normal range, which is 65 to 70 for us. And they'll be down in the 40s tonight. This is a result of temperatures being in the 30s and 20s for the past 2 nights. So I kind of expected it. I didn't cover them up or anything like that, and I knew that this was going to happen. So we're going to go ahead and remove these plants, as well as my, I have two 5-gallon containers that had squash in it, and two grow bags that also had squash in it, where 4 of those plants did not survive the cold as well. And we're going to amend this bed and plant some kale in it. So we have the plants removed. Next, we're going to remove the drip system. And we're just going to lean it to the side for now. And clean up some of this debris that is in here. And then we're going to come back with the buckets of soil and dump it in and amend the soil. So we have dumped the soil in, and now I'm just breaking it up with my hand rake. We're going to spread it out evenly throughout the bed. So by adding this soil in, we're not letting it go to waste, and we're adding a little fill into this raised bed. And God knows it could use some. So, and it saves me from having to go out and buy some right at this particular moment. Okay, we've gotten it broken up for the most part. And now we're going to add the amendments to it. Now, in this container that I have here, we have some perlite, some azomite, some bone meal, and some blood meal. And I'm just going to dump that in. And we're going to go around to the other side and put in some worm castings. And we're going to put in some alfalfa pellets. And we're going to go back to the hand rake and mix everything in. Oh, I forgot one more thing. My homemade compost. Now we're going to mix everything in. So we have the drip line back in and we have the soil amended. We added more soil and now we're ready to plant. We have 10 kale plants that we're going to put in. I got these in the mail the other day and it was too cold for me to come out. So all I did was gave them a watering and kept them happy until I could get out today to put them in. Now I'm going to, just like I plant my normal, all my other plants, my emitters are 6 inches apart on my drip line. And we have 10 plants, so I may go 12 inches apart. So we're going to just pull it out. You can see the plugs look fantastic. And we're going to drop it in the hole that I made. backfill and move on to the next one. The next one is here. That's 6 inches. That looks big enough. Oh, looks like enough room. We'll go 12. Go to 12 inches just to be on the safe side. And dropping it in. Now, sometimes when I plant, I put fertilizer into the hole. But since we have just put fertilizer into the bed, I'm not putting anything into the hole. And we're going to go ahead and put all the other ones in and then come back. So we have them all in, and I'm going to reuse the mulch that I had, and then probably end up adding some more as well. So I'm putting down about 2 inches of mulch. And the mulch really came in handy during the cold. The plants that were not covered, as well as my babies, survived and did well. And just like that, we are done. So we have the drip system running. We have the kale mulched in. We have newly amended soil in the bed. So these plants are good to go. And hopefully they will take off and we will have some nice, good groceries in the upcoming future. So as I said, this is what happens and with my tomatoes over here too, when you leave summer crops out during the cold, they cannot stand it. And unfortunately, or fortunately, it didn't do too much damage. Um, Actually, it did no damage to any of my brassicas or anything like that. And like I said before, the warm season crops, it was to be expected, and I wanted a fall harvest of squash and tomatoes, and I was able to get that. So overall, I'm not too upset about the plant's demise. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got something out of it. Hope it brought a smile to your face and a little joy to your heart. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, take a moment to consider doing so. I can grow a lot of food and veggies by myself, but the one thing I cannot grow is the channel. If you do decide to subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell all so you'll be notified whenever I upload new content. Chances are, if you like my content, your family and friends will like it also. It's okay to share. Fun. Until next time, always remember to give thanks to God, for without Him, we are nothing. Stay blessed, stay strong, and grow, grow, grow.